Alright, so camera's rolling. Please state your full name for the camera.
Tade Manokian.
And I'm Chase Nichols. I'll be helping you out today. So we are in the Porsche Cayman GTS, the 718. It's a flat 4 with turbo, pumping out 365 horsepower. This thing's lightweight, it's nimble, it's agile, it's stiff, it's a beast. It's awesome. So right out of the gates, you'll probably notice that all the mirrors are a little bit messed up. So just a refresher, those are all pointing towards me. We just want all your attention out on the track. That being said, if we are ever in a scenario where someone's going to come up and we're going to let them by us, or we're going to pass someone, if we're going to pass someone, we'll wait for them to put their flashes on. I'm going to have my hand on the wheel, but you're going to still drive. Yeah. Same thing if we're going to let someone by us. I'll tell you to move over, let off the gas a little bit. I'm going to have my hand on the wheel, but you're still driving.
Which hopefully shouldn't happen.
Yeah. So it's not too busy out there right now, so we should be good. And so. Just a quick refresh on the cones. The red-orange cones is when you want to start braking. Then there's 3 green cones when you want to start turning, the apex, and then when you want to be finished turning all the way out at the outside of the track. When we're out there, really the most important thing is being smooth with all of your inputs, specifically the transition from one input to the next. And if you're looking where you want to go, as opposed to looking right in front of you, you're going to be golden. Your brain's just going to do it all for you. When you're out there, do you want to do automatic or manual? Manual? Mm-hmm. All right. So really for the most part, we're probably just going to stay between 4th and 5th, maybe drop down to 3rd once or twice. But for the most part, it's just going to be an upshift on the main straightaway and then a downshift at the end of that main straightaway. We'll have enough power between 4th for pretty much the rest of the track. Do you have any other questions for me?
Teach me to go fast.
I can do that. All right. And how many laps are we doing?
5 on this.
5 laps. All right, perfect. So, if you're ready, you can push this down, drop it down into drive, and then over to the left. All right. So the wheel is currently turned all the way to the left, so we can go, and we're going to go out to the left here. We go through these pillars, out to the right. And these 2 first little cones right here, we're just going to stop at these cones. Perfect. Brake check. All right, and then we'll go into these cones over here and stop. Stop right here. All right. Looks like we are clear. You ready?
Yep.
All right, we're going to go out here, and when you have the wheel straight, upshift twice for me. So 2 upshifts quick. All right, and turn in. We're going to clip this apex. We're going to always going to stay all the way to the left here. We're going to wait for the gas, wait for it, turn in, clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and full throttle. There we go. Good line through there. Upshift. And brakes. Keep braking. Downshift. Turn in, clip this apex, balance car, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking. Wait for the turn in, wait for it, turn in. You got to turn brake a little bit harder back there. Unwind, squeeze the throttle, full throttle. Nice. Make your way all the way to the left. And brakes. Turn in, clip this apex, stay all the way to the left, squeeze the throttle, and just tap the brakes here. Turn in. You can do a little less braking there. Okay. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking straight line. You want to be right up on that apex next time. Okay. Let the car swing out a little bit and turn back in. Wait for the gas. Wait for it. And then clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, full throttle. Nice. And brakes. Wait for the turn in. Turn in. Clip this apex, stay all the way to the left. All the way, wait for it. Turn in. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and full throttle. There we go. How you feeling? Upshift. And brakes. Downshift. Keep braking. Turn in. Clip this apex. Balance the car. Unwind. Squeeze the throttle. And hard braking. Turn in. Clip this apex. Unwind. Squeeze the throttle. Full throttle. Much better line through there. That was perfect. All the way to the left. And brakes. Turn in. Clip this apex. Clip this apex, stay to the left, squeeze the throttle, and just tap the brakes here. Turn in, a little bit early turn in there. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking right on that apex. Nice. Let the car swing out.
Stay left here.
clip that apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle. You want to, it's basically like a diamond shape between the two apexes. You kind of go out and then you come back. Hard braking. Clip this apex, stay to the left, wait for the gas, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Got to stay all the way left there. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and just half throttle here. We're going to let someone by us quick. Alright, we're good? Perfect. Up. You can carry some more speed into here. Turn in, clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking. Wait for the turn in, good line, nice. Unwind, squeeze the throttle, and full throttle. Perfect line through there, that was awesome. And brakes. Turn in, clip this apex, squeeze the throttle, and just tap the brakes. Wait for the turn in, nice, much better. Clip this apex, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking. Clip this apex, let it carry out a little bit before we turn back in. Clip this apex, and unwind, squeeze the throttle, full throttle. Much better line. Feel much better. Good. And hard braking. Clip this apex, stay all the way to the left, Wait for the gas, wait for it. Turn in. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, full throttle. There we go, much better through there. Upshift. How you feeling?
Great.
And brakes. Downshift. Turn in. Clip this apex. You can get off the brakes a little bit sooner there. Okay. Carry some more speed through here. And brakes. Turn in. Clip this apex. Unwind, squeeze the throttle, full throttle. Nice, there we go. And brakes. Turn in. You gotta brake a little bit more back there. Clip this apex. Stay to the left, squeeze the throttle, and just tap the brakes here. Turn in. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking, straight line. Nice. Let it carry out before we start to turn in. Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and full throttle. Nice, much better through there.
I'm surprised how much grip this has.
Right? And brakes. Just keep braking, and turn in.
I braked a little too little.
But it's good though. Stay much better line through here. See that? Clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle. Both of you got on the throttle a little bit too early there, but that was good. Much better line. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Turn in, clip this apex. It's the confetti. You're doing great.
Yeah.
And brakes. A little bit early turn in there, but we're doing great. And unwind, squeeze the throttle, and full throttle. Looks like we're in a little bit of wrong gear, but we're all right. And brakes. Turn in, clip this apex, stay to the left, squeeze the throttle, and just tap the brakes. Turn in, clip this apex, unwind, squeeze the throttle, and hard braking a straight line. And we are done. It's nice and easy. We're gonna go into these blue cones here. Dude, that was awesome.
Oh.
How'd you feel?
That double apex got me.
Yeah, it's but that last like 2 laps though, do you feel how much better that felt? You were able to get on the throttle so much earlier.
Yeah.
You just park right in between these two guys here, and then when you're about level with this Porsche, you can stop and put it in park. Put it in park, and foot off the brake, and wheels all the way to the left. Perfect. So you're just like right out of the bat, you just had that perfect natural progression of, you know, easing off the brakes into the turn in. You had a good maintenance of just letting the car's weight transfer be really smooth between all your different inputs. One thing I would say is on turn 1 here, just I noticed a lot of your braking zones, you would get on the brakes, but then you'd be like 2/3 braking, and then the last tiny bit of the braking zone, you'd really get on the brakes, and then you turn in. Mainly with this turn here, this first turn, and then the turn number 5 before we do that little chicane. If you just do more of that hard braking towards the beginning, you'll be able to slow down and really be set up to carry more speed out of the turn. So mainly just kind of slow in, fast out type of thing. But seriously, that was awesome.
Thank you.
What you're doing some other cars today?
Either the Huracan or the 488. See.
Neither of those are bad choices. So the main thing with there is, especially on this turn before getting onto the straightaway, you really got to be patient with getting on the gas because they're going to have a lot more bite to them.
Okay.
So that's when you really want to make sure you're staying all the way left, so you get your turning done way sooner, because then you're back full throttle, like where most of the time where you were still kind of doing the second half of the turn. If you stay to the left, nice. You should do that. That stuff's so fun.
That's the ride along.
Yeah, that's the drifting ride along. So I think it's only $100, something like that. So yeah, man, that was awesome. Do you have any other questions for me before your next one?
That's it. Will you be out here the whole day, or?
Yeah, I'll be mostly out here. I'm just mainly working these 2 cars today.
Okay.
We kind of get our own little car assignments. So you'll have a different instructor for your next run.
All right.
But yeah, I'll be around.
Awesome.
So,
Thanks a lot, Chase.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. Let me stop.